Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to give you all some tips and tricks on how to write a wine bar business plan, as well as how to construct a basic financial model to help you identify what your revenues need to be, as well as your costs in order to generate the profits that you desire. So the way the video is going to work out is, first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and give you all a little bit of background about me, who I am, what I do, and why I do it. From that point, we're going to talk about your wine bar business plan, specifically your company description section, as well as your financial model. So without further ado, let's go ahead and zip through this little PowerPoint presentation. So as promised, a little bit about me, Paul Borosky, MBA. I am a professional writer, specifically a business plan writer. If y'all would like to avoid all the fun and excitement of writing your own business plan, please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'd be delighted to write the business plan for you. If you do want to write your business plan, I do provide some guides and some assistance via business plan writing books. You can find those on Amazon.com. So just jump over to Amazon, plug in my name, and Paul Borosky MBA, and voila, you'll be able to find some helpful business plan writing books to help guide you on your path to a business plan completion. And then finally, I am an adjunct professor and subject matter expert for both business and finance. So if you have your business plan ready to go, but those pesky numbers are giving you a hard time, not a problem, don't stress. Again, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I would be delighted to construct a financial model to help you with your pro forma financial projections. All right, so enough about me. Let's talk about your wine bar. So your wine bar, tip number one, specifically for your company description section, is regarding your wines. Yes, you're going to have lots of wines. You're going to be selling those. They might be reds, they might be whites. You might have a mixture of the two. They could be regional, domestic, imports. But when you're talking about your wine selection, don't go so overboard that we're talking about the regions and the historical aspects of how the wines have come to pass and how they've grown and changed over the days and weeks and months and years. You don't want to overboard. You don't want to inundate the business plan about the wines. You want to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. All too often, I'll get a business plan for a wine bar or a winery, and I've got a 30-page business plan, and 20 of the 30 pages is all about the wines. Wines are important. Don't get me wrong; they're your foundational revenue generator. But we don't want to kill the reader with too much information. So keep your wine section short, sweet, to the point. If you have a lot of information you do want to provide, then maybe put it into an appendix. Also, with your company description section, make sure to talk about secondary revenue generators, such as your beers, whether they're going to be national, they're going to be craft beers from across the street from a microbrewery, are they going to be imports, and also you're going to have a food menu item, or you're going to have a cheese plate, or you're going to have some specialty menus. So whatever your secondary revenue generators are going to be, make sure to give them some real estate in your company description section as well. And then finally, in the company description section, make sure to include some statistics in there. For example, wine bars in the U.S. for the last 12 months generated $1.9 billion in revenues. The historical growth rate was a negative 1.5% annually for the last 5 years. However, industry experts anticipate the revenue growth rate to be 3.5% annually for the foreseeable future. When you include statistics in your business plan, first you're giving your document credibility. When they see that the company description section has facts and figures, adds credibility. When you do that for your industry research, you're adding credibility. When you're doing that for your marketing plan, your marketing section, you're adding credibility. Once you build up enough credibility and you get to your startup costs and you get to your pro forma financial projections, when we're pretty much just guessing at these numbers, you've now established a credible document. So when they get to that section, they're going to say you have an increased likelihood of them saying, you know what, if this document is credible up to this point, then the rest of this information should be credible as well. So that's going to help you in that regard. Also, when you include statistics throughout your business plan, it's showing that you're an industry expert. Not only do you know how to run a wine bar and how to curate a offering for your wines and how to structure a menu, but you're also showing an understanding of the trends in the industry and the revenue growth and and just various aspects of the industry itself. So it shows you as a industry expert, and that also adds credibility. So the business plan is being written or reviewed by an industry expert with all these statistics. The whole synergy going on here really adds a lot of weight to the situation, whether it be you're looking for funding, or you're just trying to gather your thoughts and ideas. So, in summary, company description section, definitely list your wines, but keep it short and sweet. Make sure to talk about secondary revenue generators, and then include some statistics in there. All right, tip number 2, financial projections. When a person is starting their wine bar, one of the things that they want to know is, well, how many customers do I need to get into the door in order to generate the profits that I want? Instead of going ahead and going through all the work of creating a financial model that's going to take in all the different revenues and line up all your costs and deduct all this good stuff, that's going to take you a whole lot of work. But if you follow this little model that I have right here, it's short, it's sweet, and to the point. It took me about 15 minutes to create this, and once it's done, you can just change the numbers around for customers and the sales prices until you identify your monthly profits that you want to generate. So for this example right here, what I'm saying is that it starts with the revenue section here. We're saying that we're going to get 28 customers in the door on a daily basis. The average sales price per customer is going to be about $30, and the variable cost per customer is going to be about $2.50. And depending on the wines, we can change that around. Once we have these three numbers right here, we can quickly determine what our total gross profits are going to be. For this example, it's going to be $770. We're then going to multiply that by the number of days we're going to have the business open. For this example, again, 30. So the 770 multiplied by the 30 gives us monthly gross revenues, monthly gross profits of $23,001. We're going to take that number and we're going to plug it down into the third segment, and then we're going to go up to our monthly fixed costs, and we're going to identify all the costs that we're going to be paying on a monthly basis: the lease, the labor, the utilities, marketing, supplies, accounting, legal, insurance, and the miscellaneous, our catch-all. We're going to add up all our monthly costs, and we're going to put it right underneath our gross profits, in this example, $13,400. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to deduct that $13,400 from the $23,100, and that gives us a net profits of $9,700. So once we get this model constructed, what we now know is that if we get 28 customers in the door with an average sales price of $30, then if we keep our costs in line, we should be netting about $9,700 on a monthly basis. And so now what we've done within 15, 20, 30 minutes, we now have a model that we can change the numbers around, and we can determine what our average, the sales price points to use, the number of customers we need to get into the door, and go from there. All right. So with that said, in a summary, when you are writing your business plan for your wine bar, make sure to follow a proven format. You can go to the SBA website and download a free business plan template that could be used for a wine bar. It can be used for a car manufacturer, a car dealer, and also a horse breeder. So when you're doing that, you're using just a general business plan template. You're all too often you're going to struggle figuring out what information do you need, what information don't you need, and so it could be a little bit difficult. I do recommend for my clients that are looking to use a template to get an industry-specific template, and I do offer a bar and lounge template, and I'll be writing up a wine bar template very soon. Just go to qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan templates, and I've got over 80 templates for sale in various industries, specifically the bar and lounge industry. And again, like I said, soon I'll have a wine bar business plan template up there as well. If you do want a custom business plan written for your wine bar, be delighted to do that. As I've said earlier, just go to qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan prices. And then to finish up with a summary, when you're writing your business plan, make sure to keep the star of the show as the business. Yes, the wines are important, but don't make it all about the wines. And then finally, like I said, contact me for assistance. And hopefully this video was helpful. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And then, as always, go out there and make a little bit of money. Thank you.